Y'all help me. Calgon, take me away. Good morning, my sun rays. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope you guys are having a marvelous day so far today. It is early. It is a little after 5 o'clock this morning, and I decided to come in here and just share my thoughts. Where do I begin? Okay, you guys. So, for those of you who may be new here, I am Twaun. I am on a weight loss journey to lose as much weight as I can, to get as healthy as I can, of course. Lower my blood pressure is one of my number one things that I want to do while I'm on this journey to becoming a better me. With that being said, you guys, when I started my journey, February the 22nd of 2023, I was already working from home remotely. Pretty much, you'll say 100%. I would go into my local facility to work, sometimes not even a whole 8 hours, and sometimes if I did go in for a whole 8 hours to work, it wasn't that often. I would say maybe 5 times out of the year. Um, One time, let's see, I remember when I was training in my new position, I had got a new promotion in this position I'm in, and I had to go in to learn different areas. I think I may have went in probably a good 2 weeks, and then that was it, of going in consecutively for 5 days. And then a few weeks I may have went in 2 or 3 days that week. But yeah, I may have went in probably a good 20 times, you know, in 1 year. And then the rest, it was just home working remotely from my home office. I could honestly say that it was nice working from home. You know, I'm saying that as if I'm in the office right now, but I'm not. It has been a pleasure for me to work at home because working from home has allowed me to get up in the mornings and exercise an hour prior to starting my workday. Had I had to go into the office every day and work, I don't know what my journey would have looked like. I really don't know. I really can't speak for that. So y'all may be saying, Twan, where are you going with this? I'm all over the place right now. My mind is all over the place. I was restless. I've been up since like 3 something this morning thinking about all of this. So I do work for the federal government, and we have been mandated to come back into office. Well, return back to work. That's what they're saying, as if we were never working. Okay. So I have to go back into the facility to work. I'll no longer be able to work from home. And I knew it was coming down the pipeline, but I didn't know exactly when. I didn't have an official date. Well, as of last week, I received the official date. So in May, I will be returning back into the office to work 5 days a week. So, with that being said, my mind is all over the place. Like, what am I going to do? Um, because I've been so comfortable, being at home, not having to run out to get lunch and things like that. I've been, it's just been so easily accessible to me by having my refrigerator right here, my own personal refrigerator. I can eat what I want to eat, all those different things right here in the home. I can actually go in there and cook, my lunch, spend 10 minutes cooking my lunch, and then the next 20 minutes eating it. Or if I spent 15 minutes cooking, and only have 15 minutes to eat, I can always just come sit down in here in my office and finish eating my lunch, So I just had as much time as possible to prepare healthy meals for myself and to make sure that I wasn't, running to Wendy's, running to some sandwich shop or the Chinese restaurant or something, to just go get stuff. Now, I know people say, well, Twaun, you can still pack your lunch, and take healthy things. Yes, that's true. So that's where my mind is at. My mind is all over the place. Like, okay, what am I going to do as far as exercise? What am I going to do as far as um, preparing my breakfast, my snacks, my lunches? So for a long time, you guys, I've prepared videos for you all on what I eat in a day. I still plan to do that once I go back into the office to work. Now I'm trying to think of creative ways to do that, because I can't just do it as it's happening like I had been previously doing it. So now my mind is all over the place like, well, okay, now you got to put your creativity cap on. How are you going to make this happen for the people? Not only that, but how am I going to make it happen for myself to make sure that I'm preparing, healthy meals, and things like that for myself ahead of time. So now this is where I got to step up to the challenge, you guys. I'm going to have to challenge myself to make sure that I'm pre-planning, okay, my weekly breakfast, snacks, and lunches. I'm going to have to make sure I am pre-tracking them, make sure I'm preparing them as well. So this is really going to be a challenge for me. This is where I'm going to have to step my game up. As the young people say, I got to step up my game for the athletics. I got to step up my game, y'all. I got to start pre-planning, pre-tracking, and preparing. Well, 2 years in, I guess it's time to start stepping up my game. So yeah, I got to start getting my pen and paper out and start putting myself to the test. I gotta do it. I gotta do it, you guys. So what a better way to do it is to start thinking about it now before it happens. I'm not gonna wait until May come and then be all over the place. So right now, I officially have a whole month and I believe 2 weeks or about a month and 2 weeks to start thinking, okay, Twaun, you got to start strategizing. You got to come up with a plan, girl. What you going to do? So that's why I'm in here recording, because I was like, let me just talk it out. Because instead of laying in the bed thinking about it, I got on up and got dressed so I could exercise. I was like, let me just come in here and record so I can talk this thing out, talk this thing through, I did have one of my son rays to comment and tell me when I mentioned before about us returning back to work, because someone that knew I worked for the government did mention something on one of my live streams, and then I kind of started talking about it. And the person said, well, Twaun, this happened with me on my job too. And then we had to start going back in, to the office. So, you'll be okay. You'll get back on track, So I really appreciate the person encouraging me the way they did. I just can't remember who it was. And so right now, I just have to start now instead of waiting till that time happens. So that way I won't lose focus. I won't be all over the place and I can just, keep going. So my mind is telling me now, Twaun, I think you may need to go ahead and whether you want to start today or start tomorrow or next week, but sometime soon, Twaun, you got to come up with this plan and start executing it now. Don't wait until time for you to go into the office and then start trying to do it, because then, that's when you're going to fail. Right now you have a month and 2 weeks to figure it out, start whatever it is you're going to do now, and then move forward. So my mind told me, well, Twaun, and that's why I'm talking it out with you guys, maybe I should go ahead now and start thinking about whether or not I should start getting up a little earlier to exercise, or maybe I should just exercise after work. So here's my thoughts, you guys. I have done it before. When we were working in the office, I would actually come home from work, get dressed, and then go to the gym. This is when I lost the 55 pounds the first year. But my problem with doing that, you guys, sometimes I would come home from work and I would get distracted. As I'm walking in the house, something will come up, the phone will ring or something. I'm looking at mail, something would happen. I get distracted, and then I'll end up not going to the gym, or yeah, or I'll get there and then kind of lose focus and not follow through with the plan that I had when I got to the gym. It's just different things will just come up. So when I realized that, what I started doing was taking my gym bag to work, and I would get dressed at work. I would go to the bathroom, and like the last like 10 or 15 minutes of my tour duty, I would go to the bathroom and I would change clothes, put on my gym clothes, and then I would use the restroom, of course. And then I would leave from there and just go straight to the gym. I wouldn't go home. I would go straight to the gym. Um, because if I went straight to the gym, I'm not worried about what's going on at home. You know, I'm not there talking to my daughter or checking the mail or answering the phone or my neighbor stopping me or, that type of thing. Nothing's going on dealing with home. I'm going straight to the gym, getting it done. That seemed to have worked so much better for me. So now my mind is working in the office. I won't be going to a gym. I'm coming home. So I'm like, I don't want distractions if I have to come home, change clothes, get dressed, and come in here and work out here in my office here. I don't want any distractions on anything that's going at home. So my mind is already telling me, don't check the mailbox when you come home. Your husband has been doing that for the last 4 years. We built this house 4 years ago. And I have not been checking the mail. He checks it every day because our mailbox is not in front of our home. Our mailbox is at a community, location. So when he come home from work, he just drive in his truck and he check the mailbox, then he come to the house. So that's something I haven't been doing in 4 years, so I don't have to worry about that. So now I'm thinking, well, when I come home from work, I'm going to come home, get dressed, and just come straight in here. Don't worry about talking to anybody on no phone. Don't accept any phone calls from anybody. Maybe I need to just put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I won't get any interruptions, and I can just come straight home. A lot of times, I always say, oh, by the time I get off work, my brain is fried. I don't know if I can do anything else, but now I'm going to have to change that. I'm going to have to just come straight in here and get it. No distractions. No running to the stores after work. None of that stuff. Because like now, normally when I run to go get my prescriptions or run to the grocery store or something, I normally do that after I get off work. So it's not have to change my whole process of how I'm doing things, Got to change everything. Now I have to deal with traffic coming home. You know how traffic can be when you're commuting. It's like my mind is like all over the place, you guys. Like, what am I going to do? And then I'm thinking why I'm focusing so much on working out after work is because right now, you guys, I normally start working out like 5:30 in the morning. Okay. And I have got to the point now where I do 45 minutes on my Peloton bicycle. And then I do a 5-minute post ride stretch. That's 50 minutes. And then I'll do a 10-minute weight training class. That's 60 minutes. Well, in between those 60 minutes, okay, I kind of take maybe a minute to kind of relax, or a couple seconds to relax, and then I have to log into the next class. So that kind of takes a little bit. So really my workout won't be just 60 minutes. It'll be mainly about maybe 70 minutes or 65 to 70 minutes. So now I have to focus on being on this Peloton or in this office in here 65 to like 70 minutes. I'm going to say 70 minutes because by the time I come in here, I put on my shoes and, y'all know how it goes. And then, when you finish working out, sometimes you have to kind of just take a little breather for a few minutes before you really get going. Because usually after I finish working out, I'll go in there and I'll undress and maybe TMI, but normally I'll use the restroom and I just kind of maybe sit there and just kind of relax a few minutes, And then y'all know the struggle we have with the GLP-1 medications. Sometimes you have to kind of relax to make sure you have a nice number 2 or whatever, without rushing. Just take your time, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know it's TMI, but I'm just being honest with you. And then I get my shower. And then after I get my shower, and because I have been working from home, of course, it don't take me that long to get dressed because I'm not really getting fully dressed. I'm not putting on, a lotion, a perfume, the jewelry, the accessories that go with my cute little outfits. I'm not really getting dressed like I would if I was going inside the workplace. Okay, so getting a shower, getting dressed. Sometimes I'm just throwing something simple. Nice little dress that can shake and go, or just something. It doesn't really take much effort to get dressed when you're working from home. And then I'll go in there and I'll fix my breakfast, and then after I fix my breakfast, I would walk in here. I walk in my office and start logging in around. Sometimes it depends. It's in between 7:20 and 7:25. 7:25 is the latest. I try to log in at 7:25 because sometimes the computer a little slow and it takes about 5 minutes just to log in. So that way I'm logged in at 7:30 because my tour duty starts at 7:30. So yeah, so all of that, I'm saying all this to say that if I have to be to work at 7:30 and normally I'm coming in here around 7:20 to log in, 7:20, 7:25, I'm like, I'm going to need maybe another extra, 30 minutes, you guys, just to get dressed for work. I'm going to need that. Yeah, like another 30 minutes. And then if I want to eat breakfast here at home, I'm going to probably need another, maybe 15 minutes to eat my breakfast. What you think? 15, 20 minutes? So I'm going to need another hour. So that means I would, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to need I don't know. I'm thinking another 30 minutes for me to get dressed, maybe another 15 minutes for me to eat my breakfast. And then now I got to add another 30 minutes of commute time. So, with that being said, that means I would have to probably be in here starting to get on this bicycle around 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30 in order for me to get in my exercise, get my shower, get my breakfast going, eat my breakfast. Yeah. I'm going to have to start working out at 4 o'clock in the morning, somewhere between 4 and 4:30. 4:30 would be the latest I can't. And I think 4:30 really would be pushing it. Because I was thinking, well, if I start at 4:30, and then I should be finished about, if you said my whole routine is an hour, so 5:30, and then we got to give a few minutes after that. So let's say 5:40, I'm done within here. Then I got to go in there and get my shower, get dressed, get my breakfast stuff. That's about an hour to do that. So yeah, then I should be done about 6:40, 6:45. Yeah, and then that gives me 45 minutes to make it to work. It sounds good right now, right? But y'all already know once I get going to get started, I'm gonna be all over the place. So I think right now the best option for me is probably gonna be not getting up in the morning to get dressed and exercise and all that. My best option is just gonna have to be to just wake up at 5:30 in the morning along with my hubby and get dressed for work, get my breakfast, and go to work, and then come home and work out in the evening. I just love working out in the mornings, though, you guys. It seems like when I work out in the morning, first thing in the morning, I feel so much refresher. I feel more energized. It's like I get it done, get it out the way. And then I have a whole day to just whatever. I just felt so good, you guys, these last 2 years, getting up in the morning, getting my workout done first, out of the way. It's like it's going to change my whole train of thoughts now, you guys. I don't know. I'm all over the place. What do y'all guys do? Do you work out in the morning before work? Or do you work out after work? When do you work out? What times do you work out? I don't know. Then I was having a conversation with Kim J. Y'all know Kim J. Sweet Healthy Life. She and I was having a conversation about it yesterday. And she was like, girl, you have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning. After me and her was talking about it and breaking it down, she was like, unless you cut something out. Maybe you have to cut down your bicycle rides from 45 minutes to 30 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I can probably do that. So I'm thinking maybe if I cut my bicycle rides down to 30 minutes like she suggested to me, then that only gives me an extra 15 minutes, you know. And then I don't want to be rushed still because, yeah, I don't know. I'm all over the place. Y'all help me. Calgon, take me away. I feel like the lady used to say that. You remember that commercial, y'all, years ago? Lady used to get in the bathroom and say, Calgon, take me away. Well, she get in the tub and relax. That's what I feel right now. Like I need to just be taken away so I can get all this stuff off my mind. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm all over the place. Y'all help me. What y'all think I should do? Exercise in the morning. Or exercise in the evening. I don't want to be getting up 4 o'clock. Because here's another problem, you guys. I'm married. I have a husband. You know, it was a struggle in the beginning when I was getting up at 5 o'clock. He didn't like it. Oh boy, because my husband, he stays up late. You know, he stays up late. And I don't. I go to bed early. So a lot of times, you know, when I'm rising early, he's like, oh, why you gotta get up so early? Turn on all these lights. And so we went through that. You know, it was a battle for us in the beginning. And then at some point, he kind of mellowed out because he understood the importance of me getting up earlier to work out. And, you know, because we had several conversations about it. Don't get me wrong, you guys. My husband is down for my journey. He supports me, you guys. But in a marriage, it's about compromising. I have to compromise. If I know I don't have anything much to do in the evenings, why wake this man up at 4 o'clock in the morning? So I don't know. I just kind of told him last night, hey, if I'm going to be exercising in the evenings, don't be expecting dinner every night. You're going to be eating some salad sometimes, sir. Okay? It's so funny because I remember one time we were just eating salad. My husband was like, I'm sick of all this rabbit food. So I don't know, you guys. That's why I say my whole routine is going to change because I know once I come home from work and I go straight into exercising, then get my shower, I'm going to want to relax, you know, a little bit before I go in there and start cooking. And then I might be tired, don't even want to cook. So I'm going to have to be doing a lot of pre-tracking, preparing, pre-planning. I'm going to have I'm probably going to meal prep, you know, some things for dinner as well as for lunch and breakfast. So it's like my whole life is changing. Some people may say, Twaun, come on, get over it, girl. There's nothing to it but just to do it. It may be easy for you to say, but I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Y'all just pray my strength. That's all I can say. Pray my strength. Give your girl some suggestions. What do you do? If you have been in this situation, let me know. How did you change things? What did you tweak to stay on track? Or did you fall off first and then you had to regather yourself? That's what I don't want to do. That is what I don't want to happen. I don't want to fall off. That's why I'm sitting here talking about it now. I'm going to get it together, y'all. I'm going to make it happen. I just thought I'd come in here and share my thoughts. I don't have a diary. So I'm not writing it out. I don't have a journal. I'm not writing it out. I'm just talking about it. So yeah, it's going to happen. I'm going to put some thoughts together to make sure that I have a great plan. I got to strategize and then execute. Isn't that something, you guys? Because I did share with you guys that 2025 was going to be my year of greatness and to execute greatness. Wow. Thank you, God. Look how God give you things and put things on your mind ahead of time. Wow. Anyway, you guys, those are my thoughts for today. I am going to end this so I can get my work on. Because it's 5:40 now. I'm 10 minutes late. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining Traces of Twaun's Life. Have a God bless day. And remember, work smart and not hard today at work. God bless.